to the digital betting tools to our younger generation. So this is actually one of the applications that we have developed. In the previous years, you may have heard of the IBU, the interactive betting table at the Adrenaline, the racing touch that we launched last year, the same time this year, iOS version of the racing touch, and for the coming January, we actually will launch this racing touch, the Android version. So what I'm going to introduce you to is kind of the key features that would be available for this application. And later on, as you can see, we have all these nice ladies here who could help you to understand more about the details of the whole applications. The application will be launched in January. This is a preview, so this is actually the first time that we introduce this application in a public venue. So if you start the apps, what you can see is actually a race meeting views. So you could actually, at a glance, have all the racing or all the meeting details of individual races. Say, for example, for race 4, our Class 4 Longines International Jockey Champions race. So once you tap on that, you have the details of the horses that are going to participate in this particular race. Of course, what you can see here at the highest level is the basic information of all the horses. For example, the name of the horse, the draw, the weight, the trainer, and the jockeys. And what you have here is actually the two most important odds, the win odds and the place odds. Before we start, customers, especially the new customers, they may not necessarily understand what the track is all about. We actually have a simulation of this track, showing where the start of the race and the whole kind of the animation of the racetrack. This would actually help the customers, especially the younger customers, who may not familiar with the racetrack. They have a brief idea of what the race is all about. And for the younger generation, of course, they know the terminology of like and dislike. For this app, what we could have is actually when you tap on it, let's say a 2 thumbs up for the horse number 4, or a 2 thumbs up of horse number 6. This actually helped the customers to do their kind of the process of elimination, of identifying all the like horses or the horses that they like, and then tap on it. And because later on, when they place the bets, they would have a kind of a high level view of which horses that they have liked in this whole process. When you tap on the horse, individual horses, you also have the details of the horses. These are the more detailed information of how you appreciate the horse performance. For example, we try to simplify their ability and condition. Because for younger generation or new customers, they may not necessarily appreciate the kind of the assessment of all these attributes affecting the horse performance. So we try to do it like the ability and the condition by giving them a grading, like the grade A for their relative ability and the condition. And for the horse performance, we also have the last run here. While you tap on it, the last run, you could actually see how this horse performed in the last race, and with tailor-made kind of commentary, so that actually the customers could have a brief idea of how this horse performed in the last race.
Boy, does he make amends for all those near misses. Quick enough, but in great style in the closing stages. He's much too good for these, and streaks clear for a cosy win. He'll have another opportunity in Class 4, and on the basis of this run, he should take it.
So we actually have both the Chinese version as well as the English version for the footage that we captured. So this is actually very helpful for customers when they try to understand more about the styles of the horses, how they were rode last run. And of course, basic information such as the jockey, the trainer, we have all these files. So by a simple tap on the jockeys, we'll have all this information about their win percentage or the place percentage year to date so far. So again, this is very informative for customers to appreciate where the performance of the jockey as well as the trainers. Okay, then this is actually the odds page. on the top of it, we actually have a tab. We could choose the win plays, the Quinilla plays, the tiers and trill and the first four. For this Android version, for the first stage of our rollout, we are primarily focusing on the basic bet types, because for new customers, they would more prefer to have all these simple bet types rather than the exotic bet types, so that they could get the kind of the learning curve done. For here, for Quinilla, what you can see here is actually the odds table. So by tapping on, let's say, the hottest combination, the 4-6, you have the odds right away. So actually this helps in terms of getting the reading of the odds table kind of more straightforward when you approach to new customers. And then we could also do first four. For first four, which is more of a different combinations, what we have is different level of information. For example, the top 20 of the combination, the banker top 10, and also we also have a odds inquiry function, which is very simple. You just tap on the horse numbers right away. We could tell you the odds of that particular combination. So let's do it again for, I think, for, obviously this is not the tips, but for 4, 5, 6, 9, this is actually the kind of the hottest favorite right now for the first four for the race 4. So again, you can have the inquiry, you can have an odds, and you can place the bet right away. So let's look at how we actually place a bet on top of a kind of a quick tap function here. So once we tap on the odds column, the bets would be formed, and this is actually the bets that we're going to send to the system. And once you press the send bet, this will be sent automatically to our system, and the bets will be kind of done. So once we tap the OK, the bet is done. Okay. The next thing, this is more of a traditional way of doing the bets. Of course, the previous demonstration is more about you just tap on the odds table and then right away you can send the bets, because this is quite user-friendly for new customers. Another way is more of like a traditional way by tapping on the individual kind of the bet types. Previously, we have tapped both number 4 and number 6 are 2 likes. So that means these are the horses. When I'm studying my race card, these are the 2 horses that I picked. And you can see the boxes are highlighted. So what I'm going to do is right now, I just tap on it. Let's say I place a win bet for, I pick the number 6 for the win bet, and then the number 4 for the win, and then the number 6 for the place. So again, the bets will be placed right away. And then again, we follow the same process, place bet. This will be done right away. So obviously by a very simple demonstration of what I've just done, you could see that actually what we're trying to do is actually we simplify the betting process. That would be more appealing to our younger generation, because they don't need to go to the counters, fill in the tickets or whatnot. But actually by doing all these simple information and also the different categories of information grouped together with a very user-friendly interface, that would help the betting process more enjoyable. So this is actually a continuation journey of what we have done in the past few years. The IBU table and the adrenaline, the Racing Touch for the iOS version that we launched last year, and this year we will launch the Android version of this Racing Touch. So of course we'll try to enhance more and more by introducing more bet types and more functions in the future roadmap. But obviously it is a good opportunity to show you all what we have done so far in terms of these digital betting tools. And as I said earlier on, we have all these colleagues here that can help you to understand more about the application later on. So I hope you all enjoy the night tonight, and also you could try the Racing Touch apps, and of course you could also go to the betting counters. We also have a Racing Touch table right in the middle of the venue, where our racing specialists will also actually walk you through the analysis of the horses for each individual race. So I hope you all enjoy the night, and hope you win some bets, and we'll be around and see we could follow up with any questions.